Now, your primetime local news leader. Fox 22 News at 10.
Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us. I'm Peter Dubois.
And I'm Beth Jones. First tonight, a pickup truck parked outside the Blaine House in Augusta went up in flames following an explosion this afternoon.
Maine Department of Public Safety spokesperson Shannon Moss says the truck was unoccupied when the explosion happened around 2:30. She says the truck had been parked on Chamberlain Street legally since 7:30 a.m. Witnesses noticed smoke coming from the truck bed moments before the explosion happened. The blast triggered a fire which destroyed the truck. The fire marshal's office is investigating the circumstances of this incident. At this point in their investigation, there is no indication of foul play. It's unclear what exactly caused the explosion, and we will update you as more information becomes available.
Meanwhile, the Maine State Fire Marshal's office says human remains were found after a camper fire in Mariahville Thursday morning. The fire was reported around 5:30 a.m. at 28 Freedom Ridge Road. Officials say the camper was recently put on the property by the property owner. The remains have not been identified yet, but officials believe they belong to 34-year-old Tyler Anderson, who was staying in the camper. Officials say they do not suspect foul play at this time.
A crash in Bangor involving a milk truck sent one person to the hospital this morning. According to police, a delivery driver from Oakhurst Dairy took an exit off I-395 a little too fast and ended up rolling the truck into the guardrail. State police say the driver was injured and had to be taken to the hospital for treatment. The Department of Environmental Protection and Clean Harbors were also called to the scene to remove the milk so it wouldn't end up spilling into the local ecosystem.
They're removing the milk from the truck and then putting it into a container so that it can't continue to spill into the roadway.
Really can't be used at this point. It has to be thrown away.
Yes.
The DEP says a milk spill like this could be deadly to fish if it ended up draining into the nearby Penobscot. That's why they also blocked storm drains and made sure to remove all the milk before the truck debris could be hauled away.
A Charleston man is facing up to 20 years in prison for his role in Penobscot and Aroostook County drug trafficking. 24-year-old Thomas Hammond pleaded guilty in U.S. District Court in Bangor today to conspiracy to distribute and possession with the intent to distribute methamphetamine and fentanyl. According to court records, Hammond conspired with others to traffic the drugs between January 2018 and December 2021. He is the 9th person to plead guilty in that case.
Mainers remain concerned about the cost of health care and prescription drugs plunging some households into medical debt. Senate President Troy Jackson spoke on a bill he's sponsoring to provide transparency for those costs. Our Matthew Jurancic has more.
Consumers for Affordable Health Care took to the State House Thursday to share sobering statistics on health care affordability statewide. They say they're concerned with how the rise in health care costs is hurting Mainers.
1 in 4 have cut pills in half, skipped doses of medication, or delayed or did not fill a prescription because they could not afford it. 83% of those who were contacted report that it was due to a hospital bill.
Concerns over healthcare affordability prompted Senate President Troy Jackson to sponsor LD 1795. Should this become law, the legislation would prohibit healthcare providers from charging, billing, or collecting a facility fee in certain situations such as emergency hospital visits.
We have a lot of people that go to the healthcare facility for a good reason and then afterwards get hit with a huge bill of cost of care that is just driving people into the poorhouse.
Maine Association of Health Plans Executive Director Dan Demerit supports the bill, saying it would help Mainers understand better what they're paying up front.
LD 1795 will create limitations on the use of the facility fees and bring transparency and accountability to a billing practice that strikes many consumers and advocates as underhanded.
Maine Hospital Association Representative Jeffrey Austin opposes the bill, saying this has nothing to do with transparency.
This legislation would prohibit us from collecting our operational costs for a number of services. That immediately puts in jeopardy every service covered by this bill. We need to be able to bill for our services.
The bill is in the early stages. It will be taken up in a workshop session with the Health Coverage, Insurance, and Financial Services Committee within the next couple of weeks. In Augusta, Matthew Jurancic reporting for ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
Meanwhile, some House Republicans are citing failing test scores and increased parental concerns as reasons for new bills they say lend more transparency to Maine students' education. There were public hearings held today that dealt with curriculum transparency. There were also bills discussed that would give parents more say in what their children are being taught, including an option to opt out of lessons with controversial viewpoints. Some say the bills are not necessary and undermine public education.
To be really frank, there's a national movement to sort of attack public schools. And this is an attempt by the opposition to throw everything at the wall to see what will stick.
The Committee on Education and Cultural Affairs heard testimony on 7 different bills this afternoon. It will be up to them to see what should move on to a legislative vote.
The Cadillac Summit Road in Acadia National Park has been reopened. A spokesperson says paving and culvert replacement projects have paused for the summer season. They are warning bicyclists and pedestrians to use caution when traveling on the road because of its uneven surface. The spokesperson says they expect the Park Loop Road to have single-lane closures along Ocean Drive throughout the spring. The Park Service advises people to expect traffic delays and plan their visits accordingly.
In keeping with the outdoors, the Maine Warden Service is asking boat and paddle enthusiasts to help them find those who actually need help and avoid unnecessary searches by simply labeling your vessels. The agency says every year they, along with Maine Marine Patrol, respond to calls of unoccupied canoes, kayaks, and rowboats found floating on the water. Without owner information on the craft, it can be difficult for first responders to confirm if someone is in need of rescue or if the boat simply drifted away from shore without an occupant. They are asking folks to label vessels or paddle craft with an "if found" sticker to help first responders efficiently determine if an emergency actually exists. It also helps you get your lost boat back. Stickers are available for free from the Department of Inland Fisheries and Wildlife and Department of Marine Resources. You can visit your local office for a sticker or ask your local game warden or Marine Patrol officer.
And as warmer weather comes to Maine, some are sharing advice on how to enjoy the outdoors safely. Our David Ledford walks us through the most important tips.
Establish a plan, stick with your plan.
Hiking through the woods on Maine's trails is a summer staple for many. However, according to Maine Game Warden Rick Willett, a nature walk can quickly turn dangerous for those who aren't careful.
You know, even a minor problem such as, spinning an ankle or twisting a knee. Now all of a sudden, though, they're immobile. Stay on the marked trails. Don't wander off the trail for a better view or whatever. The trails are designed for usually the most safe passage up and down.
It's essential to practice safe hiking while you're on the trails, but some say it's just as important to grab everything you need before you leave the house.
Bring water, proper footwear, be prepared to hike. Don't hike beyond your abilities. Wear proper clothes. Bring things to be prepared for the unknown.
Hikers should also bring a basic first aid kit, stay away from wild animals, and hike on familiar trails when possible. Willett says communication is key. Travelers should bring a fully charged cell phone, in addition to a map and compass, but plan for the worst.
It's always better to hike with a friend than hike alone. But if you are going to go alone, make sure that you tell somebody where you're going. So if something does happen and you don't return, we have a place to start.
To learn more about safe hiking, visit the Maine Department of Inland Fisheries and Wildlife website. In Dedham, David Ledford, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
So a lot of important things to remember so you can actually enjoy your time outdoors.
You're right.
And not have to worry about other things.
Exactly. Yeah. And you don't think about what could go wrong until it does happen.
Yeah.
So, if you are going out alone, because we can't ask everyone to take a buddy with them all the time.
Right. Sometimes it's not possible.
The buddy system is a great system, but just having someone aware of where you're going to be out and about.
Send your bestie a text, hey, I'm going to this trail.
Exactly.
If you don't hear from me in 2 hours.
Right. It could be a life-saving text message.
Absolutely. Alrighty, folks. Well, just what kind of conditions can we expect outdoors, at least in the coming hours? Let's get a first check of our forecast and find out.
Hey, Beth, thank you. Happy Thursday. Your first weather is brought to you by Saliba's Rug Cleaners, Maine's largest for over 70 years. And look at this. Didn't this feel great today? Abundant sunshine, temperatures up in the upper 70s or even were a couple low 80s out there. And tomorrow, we'll get a little bit cooler, most likely highs back in the low to mid 70s across the area tomorrow. But for today, nothing but sunshine earlier. Still clear skies out there now, but there are things approaching from the west, and that's our next weather system that could give us a rogue thunder shower midday-ish tomorrow. But overall, this thing is very weak. It's kind of moisture starved as well. But again, that chance for clouding over tomorrow with the chance for a shower throughout the afternoon. Our forecast tonight, though, we're talking about mostly clear skies, partly cloudy skies with low temperatures down near 50. Your full forecast is coming up. Beth?
All right, so all in all, pretty mild conditions overnight at least, which is good.
Yep, love to see it.
All right, well, still to come on Fox 22 News at 10. For the first time since the pandemic, the Healthy Aging Expo is back.
And our Devin Dagnall walks us through the process of becoming a living organ donor and introduces us to a woman in Dover Foxcroft who's waiting on a new kidney. Those stories and more local news when we come right back.
Comfy, cozy, relaxing. Not Joe. Joe's Furniture. Joe's Furniture Warehouse in Newport is the place to find rockers, recliners, sofas, and easy chairs. Quality furniture, affordable prices. Not your average Joe. Joe's Furniture Warehouse, Grogan Avenue in Newport.
We're lucky to live in Maine. We have a wealth of natural resources, hardworking people, and time for the things that matter. Mechanical Services is all about Maine, with energy efficiency that protects our environment and helps businesses grow. Preventive maintenance and energy solutions that save money. How Maine is that? Mechanical Services. We're everywhere you are in Maine.
When you've experienced fire and smoke damage in your home, when pipes break and you have water everywhere, when you're concerned about your family's health because of mold, you need a friendly face to take care of it all. You need the friendly faces of Bouchard Cleaning and Restoration. We're just a click or call away. Whatever life throws at you, Bouchard Cleaning and Restoration is here for you. Bouchard Cleaning and Restoration. You keep the memories. We'll handle the rest.
When the Katahdin General Store wants to know the local forecast, they log on to foxbangor.com. Come to the KG for fishing, hunting, and camping supplies, souvenirs, unique gifts, apparel like Lazy One, fresh sandwiches and baked goods, the beer cave, liquor, and a variety of takeout items. Great things are always cooking at the Ground. New menu, new specials, with an amazing variety of choices for every taste. Good times, great service, and amazing food. Only at your locally owned Ground, Odland Road, Bangor.
For the first time since WrestleMania, Roman Reigns returns, and the World Heavyweight Championship Tournament continues. An all-new Friday Night SmackDown, live at 8, 7 Central on Fox.
Durable, sturdy, stylish. Not Joe. Joe's Furniture. Joe's Furniture Warehouse in Newport is the place to find solid wood, built to last, made in Maine dressers, bureaus, and nightstands. Not your average Joe. Joe's Furniture Warehouse, Grogan Avenue in Newport.
You can join Fox 22 and ABC 7 online at foxbangor.com. Be a part of the conversation on Twitter and join our Facebook family at Fox ABC Maine. Follow, like, watch. Download the new Fox Bangor app from the App Store or Google Play and get your news anytime, anywhere.
The Kennebec County Sheriff's Office officially has a new home. By the end of business hours today, the administrative offices of the Sheriff Patrol Division, Criminal Investigation Division, Records and Office Manager were all moved into 73 Winthrop Street in Augusta. The correctional facility is still at 115 State Street, where it has always been.
For the first time since the start of the pandemic, a nonprofit will bring back an annual event, this time under a new name. The Eastern Area Agency on Aging will be hosting its Healthy Aging Expo next week on May 18th at the Anna Shrine in Bangor. The event brings together more than 70 vendors from health insurance and home care to hospice and caregiver services to discuss the experience of aging as a community. Formerly known as the Senior Expo, organizers say they rebranded the event to promote a more inclusive environment.
We are now part of the Age Positive movement, which is through Maine Council on Aging. And the Age Positive movement is really addressing ageism and age biases in the state of Maine, and it's really focused on creating an age-friendly community.
This year, the expo will also have door prizes and a raffle. More information can be found at eaaa.org/healthyagingexpo.
Well, 16 Maine teachers will embark on a journey of sorts together after being announced as 2023 County Teachers of the Year today at a ceremony in the Hall of Flags at the Maine State Capitol. Governor Mills joined 2023 Maine Teacher of the Year Matthew Bernstein and other stakeholders to honor the new class of County Teachers of the Year. More than 500 teachers across Maine were nominated by members of their school community and then officially selected by a panel of teachers, principals, and business community members within their county. You can see some of the county honorees from our region right there on your screen. Maine County Teachers of the Year serve as ambassadors for educators, students, and schools throughout their year of service. They will participate in an intensive Maine State Teacher of the Year selection process. By the way, Maine's Teacher of the Year will be announced in the fall. Congratulations to all the County Teachers of the Year.
Well, every day there are people clinging to life, waiting for someone to donate an organ to save them. The donations come from family members, friends, or generous anonymous donors. Devin Dagnall met with a woman who's been searching for a living donor for herself for years.
Nearly 5 years after her first renal complications, Mackenzie Chamberlain is still waiting for a compatible kidney donation. Chamberlain has had diabetes since she was 18 months old. After the cesarean birth of her son, Chamberlain's blood sugar levels dropped dangerously low and she suffered cardiac arrest.
It was like, I believe, 1 to 2 minutes, and they revived her. And in that process, they had to put her in an induced coma, which she was in for 5 days.
Chamberlain was later diagnosed with stage 4 renal failure, which means her kidneys have severe damage and are close to not working at all. 3 times a week, Chamberlain travels an hour from her home in Dover-Foxcroft to DeVita in Brewer for a 3-hour dialysis treatment. She says her condition and constant need for treatment largely take away from time spent with her son, but without it, she would die.
I am frequently very tired, so that takes a big effect because 4-year-olds do not sit still. So I'm unable to run around with him as much as a normal parent would be able to. It's hard, I imagine, because he's like, Mom, come play, and I'm often too tired.
Although her situation may seem grim, Chamberlain still hasn't lost hope that she might find a living donor suitable for a kidney transplant. Starting the process to become a living donor is completely free and only takes a few minutes. You can go to bwhdonorscreen.org to fill out some basic information. Once that's done, they'll send you an email with a short questionnaire to fill out. And just like that, you've started a process that could change someone's life forever.
What would it mean for you to get a transplant?
It would give us so many more opportunities. Like, we can't do family vacations or go for long trips to see other family because I have to be here for dialysis 3 days a week.
In Dover-Foxcroft, Devin Dagnall, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
Such an incredibly difficult situation. You know, she so badly wants to be the active mom that, her son is bouncing around doing 4-year-old things, and she just unfortunately can't keep up. You hope that there's somebody out there who's a match who can step up. Really, yeah. I mean, you can tell such a strong bond between those two, and how dedicated she is as a mother and to be there for her son. So, really hoping that everything can go her way and she finds that match. Yeah, here's hoping. Yeah. Well, coming up on the 10 p.m. news on Fox 22, some debt ceiling negotiations have been postponed. We'll have the details. And Title 42 expires at midnight tonight. We'll have the latest from the southern border. Those stories and more as the 10 p.m. news on Fox 22 continues.
Mother's Day is fast approaching, and we have the perfect gift right here at Quality Jewelers. Pick any mother's ring mounting, and we'll cover the cost of the stones. This deal ends Saturday, May 13th, so don't wait. Quality Jewelers, locally owned and operated, Penobscot Plaza, Bangor.
Built upon a solid foundation of cast iron and steel, the Kubota LO1 series is rated #1 in durability and owner experience. Powerful Kubota diesel engine, ease of operation, and your choice of a dependable Kubota gear or HST transmission. The durable Kubota LO1 Series tractor. Talk to your local Kubota dealer today to schedule a demo.
Available at Doors Equipment, 1468 Outer Hammond Street, Bangor.
Healing Hands Massage in Hamden provides professional massage services tailored specifically for our clients. Healing Hands Massage offers a variety of different massage techniques and services. Healing Hands Massage also offers spa services such as facials, body scrubs, and paraffin wax for the hands and feet. Are you looking for a day of relaxation? Healing Hands Massage offers outstanding packages at reasonable rates. Whether you're looking for relief from chronic pain, stiffness, or just want to treat yourself to a day of relaxation, Healing Hands Massage is the place for you.
It's time to get down to the business of food, and I'm looking to invest.
$250,000.
Of my own money. It's not just an investment, it's a partnership. Each week, I'll put the best food entrepreneurs to the test.
It has 2.2 horsepower. That's like a go-kart.
Winners hustle and make tough decisions fast.
And drop the ball.
This was a profit challenge. I'm looking for my next food star. The person who I'll be investing in is
Gordon Ramsay's Food Stars premieres Wednesday, May 24th on Fox.
Mother's Day is fast approaching, and we have the perfect gift right here at Quality Jewelers. Pick any mother's ring mounting, and we'll cover the cost of the stones. This deal ends Saturday, May 13th, so don't wait. Quality Jewelers, locally owned and operated, Penobscot Plaza, Bangor.
You're watching Fox 22, Bangor.
The debt ceiling meeting between President Biden and top congressional leaders has been postponed until next week. Republicans and Democrats are struggling to strike an agreement before a June 1st deadline. Fox's Madeline Rivera reports on the negotiations from Washington.
There will be no repeat of this gathering over the debt ceiling this week. After initially agreeing to huddle again on Friday, President Biden and top lawmakers will now reconvene next week, hoping that pushing back the meeting could bring them closer to a deal.
It's not a delay. I don't think there's enough progress for the leaders to get back together.
Around-the-clock conversations have so far brought no breakthroughs. Both sides are still digging in. Democrats are adamant there should be no negotiations over the debt limit, while Republicans are refusing to budge over spending cuts.
The extreme MAGA Republicans have taken control of the House of Representatives, and they're holding our economy hostage by threatening to default on our national debt, a debt we've already incurred over 200 years unless we give in to the threats and their demands.
We want to be responsible. We want to be sensible.
Some Republicans are hopeful the decision to postpone the meeting until next week could be a sign the White House is changing course.
I got the sense that Joe Biden does want to come to a compromise. And I hope he does.
The White House, however, is revealing few details.
But I can confirm, as you all have been reporting, that the staff met yesterday to follow up on the conversation, to talk about congressional leaders, to the four congressional leaders and how they saw moving forward on budget and spending. That's regular order.
A source tells Fox the White House is opposed to making any cuts to the Inflation Reduction Act, but would consider rolling back COVID funds. In Washington, Madeline Rivera, Fox News.
Title 42 asylum rules along the southern border will end at midnight. A massive surge of immigration is expected to follow. Fox's William LaJeunesse has more.
Expecting a training exercise.
Border Patrol tactical teams training for anything and everything at the San Ysidro port of entry.
I think you're going to have overworked facilities, and I think you're just going to have a slew of people just being released.
That's the hope of tens of thousands of migrants pouring through holes in the border fence. Others wait in lines and live in camps that are growing. Border agents have been handing out wristbands so they know when migrants arrive, but some say they've been here for days and it's not clear what will happen next.
Had I known it was going to be like this, I would never have come. I've been here 4 days and they don't tell us anything. I don't know when I'll get to leave.
Tijuana immigration authorities say they, too, are in the dark, receiving no direction on what to do when Title 42 expires.
We need to the United States very clear, but it's not clear.
Migrant advocates worry the government won't give asylum seekers a fair hearing.
What I see is that the Biden administration is not complying with asylum rules and is placing people in greater harm.
And that fear could lead to more migrants crossing illegally.
I think they're going to disappear into Middle America. I think they're just going to vanish, get away from the borders.
Tijuana police say they will not allow migrants tomorrow to amass in large numbers at the ports of entry. However, lines like you see here to enter the United States could get a lot longer and look different depending on how the U.S. decides to handle the expected surge. In Tijuana, Mexico, William Lajeunesse, Fox News.
A large chunk of Gen Zers are working multiple jobs to deal with the rise in the cost of living. That's according to a new study by data and analytics company Kantar. The study found that 40% of workers born in 1997 to 2012 have at least two side hustles to make ends meet. Gen Z is not the only generation doing this, though. The study found 36% of millennials are also working multiple jobs. The number of Americans working multiple full-time gigs hit a record high last August, according to the Bureau of Labor Statistics.
May 11th officially marks the end of the COVID-19 public health emergency. Even though the worst of the pandemic is now behind us, the virus has left a lasting mark on American society. Now, some administration health experts are warning we may not be prepared for another pandemic like it. Fox's Lauren Blanchard has more.
More than 3 years after the COVID-19 pandemic launched a public health emergency in the United States, that designation is over, according to the Biden administration.
We're committed to addressing the lessons learned from COVID-19, increasing accountability, and continuously improving how we deliver information to Americans.
In a House committee hearing on preparing for future public health threats, there is worry that the U.S. and the national stockpile may not be ready for another outbreak.
Given the funding we are doing what we can against the threats that we see, but we need additional funding in order to be fully prepared.
By letting the public health emergency expire, COVID will now be treated like any other respiratory illness. There will also be changes coming to who covers the cost of once free vaccines and tests, letting many insurance companies decide. And there will be less federally required data reporting of COVID cases. The administration says they are investing $5 billion into Project NextGen to quickly develop vaccines and treatments.
These diseases don't respect national or state borders, and the increased frequency of outbreaks means we should not be asking if we will face another serious public health threat, but when and how many.
COVID-19 is not gone even with the health emergency over. According to the CDC, still 1,000 Americans are dying from the virus every week. In Washington, Lauren Blanchard, Fox News.
Ukrainian forces are gaining ground in the eastern city of Bakhmut. According to military experts, the city held little strategic value, but it has become a symbol of Ukrainian resistance. These new advances are expected to embolden Ukrainian forces. Fox's Greg Palcott has the latest.
Ukraine appears to be gaining a foothold in the key city of Bakhmut. The head of Russia's private military group Wagner saying Ukrainian forces are advancing on their flanks around the city. The advance comes as Ukraine's president announced Thursday he was delaying a highly anticipated spring counteroffensive in order to give his military more time to prepare. A delay, the head of Wagner says, is a lie.
Zelensky is playing cunning. The counteroffensive is in full swing. Units of the Ukrainian armed forces are advancing to the flanks, and, unfortunately, in some areas, they're doing it successfully.
Russia's defense ministry, however, played down Wagner's report. Instead, they claim Russian paratroopers are providing air support in Bakhmut and holding back Ukraine's army. The intensified fighting follows an announcement that the UK will donate Storm Shadow long-range cruise missiles to Ukraine, which would allow the Ukrainian military to hit the enemy deep behind the front lines.
We simply will not stand by while Russia kills civilians. The donation of these weapon systems gives Ukraine the best chance to defend themselves against Russia's continued brutality.
This will be welcome news to Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky, who says more weapons are needed before his army launches its counteroffensive.
They need more preparation, they need more arms, they need to gather more capacity. And it is us who have to provide for it.
Earlier this week, the U.S. unveiled a new $1.2 billion military aid package for Ukraine, which includes more guns and ammunition. In London, Greg Palcott, Fox News.
Still to come on Fox 22 News at 10, the EPA has new drinking water regulations aimed at forever chemicals as the Portland Water District announces they will be creating a facility that can eliminate PFAS from water.
And in sports, 3 Hampden Academy siblings have all qualified for next weekend's state singles championships. We'll be right back.
This summer, it's the U.S.
versus the world. Unbelievable! The FIFA Women's World Cup, July on Fox.
Sure, the driveway looks good now with the snow on it, but you know what will still be under there in the spring? The same cracks, crumbles, and potholes that were there before winter. Call Eaton Paving today. Let's make an appointment to fix those problems when the weather is ready. Eaton Paving and Excavation.
Buyer's Garage, where we work on more than just vehicles. We also sell VP racing fuel in 5-gallon pails and 54-gallon drums. But we don't stop there, as we also handle custom metal fabrication and earthwork too. We will repair your driveway and eliminate the imperfections to make it look like new. We can also clear land for your house lot and dig your new foundation. Buyer's Garage. Give us a call today at 745-7095.
Bath remodeling was revolutionized in this garage in 1984 when three brothers created the iconic bath fitter tub-over-tub process. A breakthrough then, the industry standard now for beautiful baths without the mess, stress, or high cost. A better way from Bath Fitter means precise measurement, the highest quality acrylic, perfect preparation, and watertight installation backed by a lifetime warranty. Bath Fitter, it just fits. Visit bathfitter.com to book your free consultation.
Summer's here, and with a new Toyota, you can go out and do all the things that make summer, summer. Like getting ice cream, movie nights. I'll keep it down. Hiking with the besties, catching sunsets, or just plain catch. Go long.
You could save up to $1,800 with affordable 3.99% financing on a luxurious Highlander. And every Highlander comes with 2 years no-cost maintenance and more.
Your summer starts here.
Toyota, let's go places.
Are you considering buying a new home? A home inspection is a major step in the home buying process. Knowing the current condition of your future home is very important. From simple DIY repairs to major issues that could cost thousands down the road. Not only can TJ inspect your property, but he is also a licensed contractor. Give him a call today at 210-5000 for a free inspection quote.
Sure, the driveway looks good now with the snow on it, but you know what will still be under there in the spring? The same cracks, crumbles, and potholes that were there before winter. Call Eaton Paving today. Let's make an appointment to fix those problems when the weather is ready. Eaton Paving and Excavation.
The White House could butt heads with the energy industry, finalizing a new rule that could force some coal and gas power plants out of business. Fox's Grady Trimble has more from Capitol Hill.
The Biden administration gearing up for a major environmental fight with the formal announcement of new regulations on power plants. For the first time ever, the EPA says it'll limit carbon emissions from existing coal and gas plants, forcing them to cut their greenhouse gas output by as much as 90% or face closure.
This administration is committed to meeting the urgency of the climate crisis.
The new rule impacts plants that generate about a quarter of all U.S. greenhouse gases. It follows an EPA proposal to make 2/3 of passenger vehicles electric or zero carbon by 2032, part of a broader push to promote the administration's green agenda.
It takes into account, all of the energy requirements and needs of this country in a way that doesn't compromise reliability. But the impacts to costs are also extremely negligible.
But some lawmakers claim America simply can't afford it. West Virginia Senator Joe Manchin says the administration is trying to, quote, regulate coal and gas-fueled power plants out of existence. And other critics warn the rule could impact the reliability of America's electrical grid, leading to higher energy costs.
The Biden energy policy is having the exact opposite of what they attest to be for, which is, lowering the emissions and helping the environment. They're actually hurting it.
Senator Manchin says he'll oppose all EPA nominees until the Biden administration stops what he calls government overreach. On Capitol Hill, Grady Trimble, Fox Business.
Forever chemicals can cause significant risks to human health, and the EPA is taking steps to remove them from drinking water. Fox's Brian Yennis has the story from New York.
For the first time, the Environmental Protection Agency is looking to regulate forever chemicals, or PFAS, in drinking water. These man-made compounds take a very long time to break down and can cause serious health risks.
We see negative health impacts, things like kidney cancer, testicular cancer, lowered immune responses, issues with cholesterol, reproductive health harm.
PFAS have been used since the 40s in non-stick cookware, clothes, planes, and fire extinguishers. But over time, they've seeped into drinking water. Most of us have detectable levels of PFAS in our blood at this point, but the new crackdown is no cause for panic.
We do have some of the best quality tap water at affordable prices here in the U.S., and this is just part of the process to make sure that we stay in that enviable position.
The EPA estimates the cost of the regulation could reach up to $1.2 billion every year. Utilities would have to monitor and remove high levels of 6 different chemicals, leaving some to worry about the price tag. The Association of Metropolitan Water Agencies is concerned that local water systems will bear the burden, telling Fox they support removing the chemicals, but, quote, the polluters should be paying this cost, not the ratepayers.
And so this is still a topic of a lot of study, and folks are trying to understand how best to handle this problem.
The EPA is aiming to finalize the regulations by the end of this year. The public comment runs through the end of May. In New York, Brian Yennis, Fox News.
And there are more local efforts to eliminate PFAS here in Maine. The Portland Water District is looking to create a facility to treat PFAS contamination. Last year, Maine passed a bill banning the spread of forever chemicals on clean soils in Maine. The Portland Water District is looking to build a facility that would use various technologies to essentially destroy any PFAS before it gets back out into the environment. But that treatment facility is years down the road.
3 to 5 years would be aggressive. And some of these technologies that eliminate PFAS, they're still at not quite a pilot scale, but not quite ready for prime time either.
The Portland Water District says it sends out about 3 tractor-trailer truckloads a day of biosolids, most of which are now going to Canada. The Water District says that's not sustainable and why it needs to they need to build a facility to eliminate PFAS on site before the waste is hauled out.
Alrighty, well, taking a look outside, we've had, a gorgeous week so far for the most part. Anxious to see what the full 5-day has in store.
Yeah.
Luckily, it's just ahead.
Exactly. Yep. Stay tuned.
Look at us. High temperatures back in the upper 70s today, but will they stick around tomorrow? And when will it rain again? Those details for you when I come back.
Looking to buy or sell a home? The More True team of Better Homes and Gardens works throughout the state of Maine with both buyers and sellers with a focus on the greater Bangor area. Give the ladies of the More True team a call today or visit their Facebook page.
There are many paths toward every goal. Your financial journey is too important to travel alone. Maine Savings is a different type of financial institution. We're here to help you find a path forward that fits you, your family, your business. Our mission is to always go beyond so you can accomplish more. Go beyond what's expected. Go beyond banking.
Silver Fox Automotive is a family-owned and operated company with more than 30 years of experience. We are originally from the county and offer competitive prices and promise you will be completely satisfied with our work. We offer a stress-free experience to both our new and returning customers. We only use parts from reputable brands to ensure your vehicle is safe to drive. Here at Silver Fox, there will always be a friendly face to greet you. Come see us at 2004 Audlin Road in Herman.
If you don't want to look like this, then don't forget the lyrics.
I love this show. A milkshake brings all the boys to the yard. Something, something, something. I already know you don't feel confident with something, something, something.
Sing in the blanks and win a chance at $1 million. Niecy Nash hosts
2 things everybody loves: music and money.
Don't Forget the Lyrics premieres Tuesday, May 23rd after the premiere of Beat Shazam on Fox.
Looking to buy or sell a home? The More True team of Better Homes and Gardens works throughout the state of Maine with both buyers and sellers with a focus on the greater Bangor area. Give the ladies of the More True team a call today or visit their Facebook page.
When the mission is to save humanity, who can you count on the most? Stars on Mars, launching June 5th. on Fox.
All right, thank you. For those of you who like warmer temperatures, let's start here across the west. Cooler than average temperatures through the end of May. But for us over this way, yeah, not so much, right? Above average temperatures are on the way, or at least forecasted this way, with a good chance for above average temperatures through the end of May. And today was no exception. 79 here in Bangor. 76 Millinocket, so a very nice day today. Temperature-wise, lots of sunshine, low humidity, a light breeze. We'll take it. Tomorrow's going to be a little bit different with a little bit cooler temperatures on the way, but again, we're still talking about probably low to mid 70s for high temperatures tomorrow, but there could be a rogue afternoon thundershower in there as well. All right, the wind today, refreshing, right? Kind of all over the place, though. Variable, we'll call it. The north, south, east, and west. Not much to it, but tonight it'll likely go calm for a couple hours, and that could mean your favorite thing, right? Some dense fog after midnight. We're probably talking more like 3, 4, 5 o'clock in the morning. Some dense fog is likely in a few spots across our region, so get ready if you're driving out later on tonight or early parts of tomorrow morning. All right, today, we don't do this very often, right? Nothing but clear skies across the area today, but uh-oh, what's this? That's our next weather system right there. That's approaching now. Again, there's not much to this thing, but it will increase our cloud cover late tonight, overnight tonight, and then it could give us a rogue chance for a thunder shower tomorrow. Again, most of us will stay dry. This will not be a big deal. Don't cancel your outdoor plans tomorrow, but just know there could be a rogue thunder shower in the area tomorrow, especially mid to late afternoon. All right, tonight, though, no worries at all. Lots of clear skies out there now. Then increasing clouds overnight tonight. Tomorrow morning, waking up, partly cloudy skies. Here's 4:30 or so. And then again, throughout the day tomorrow, it'll feel like something's trying to bubble up a little bit. It'll get more humid outside. The sun will kind of go away. And there's that chance for a quick thunder shower throughout the afternoon. That quickly gets out of here tomorrow night. Then Friday, look at night, looking pretty good. Friday evening, also into Saturday. In fact, here's Saturday. We have a good-looking weekend on the way with temperatures hanging out a little bit cooler in the 60s this weekend. Our forecast, though, tonight, though, we're talking about mostly clear skies to partly cloudy skies. Low temperatures down near 50 with a calm wind after midnight, meaning there could be some dense fog after midnight as well for tomorrow. All right, so lots of clouds around tomorrow. I put that chance for a couple thunderstorms in there again. Most of us will stay dry with high temperatures a bit cooler near 75 and a southwest breeze around 5. And then looking ahead, your 5-day forecast shows that chance for rain tomorrow. Again, not an all-day rain. Don't cancel your plans. Here's the weekend. Saturday, 71. Sunday, 63. And then right back up into the 70s on Monday afternoon. Beth?
Alrighty, Jeff. Thanks so much.
Yeah, so things looking pretty good for that 5-day outlook.
Pretty darn good. Yep.
Yep. All right, sports is coming up next. Stay with us.
Paramount Paving, Maine's go-to for all your paving and seal coating. Paramount Paving offers commercial and residential paving and seal coating services throughout eastern and central Maine. Give us a call for a free estimate today. Paramount Paving. When it comes to paving, we are Paramount.
2024 Chevy Silverado HD with Duramax diesel. And the Chevy Silverado with powerful TurboMax engine. No matter what route you take, there's a Chevy truck to get you there. Find new roads. Get 1.9% financing on all 2023 Silverado 1500 LT TurboMax pickups. Plus, current Chevy owners get a $4,000 total cash allowance when you trade in an eligible vehicle. Visit your Maine Chevy dealer.
Roto-Rooter has served the greater Bangor area and beyond for 35 years, offering plumbing, hydrojetting, snaking, descaling, video inspection, and grease interceptor cleaning services. For all your residential and commercial clogs, call Roto-Rooter today, 990-1234.
And away go troubles down the drain. Roto-Rooter.
This summer on Fox and FS1, the CONCACAF Gold Cup is back.
I am so excited.
The reigning champion, U.S. men's national team, look to defend their crown.
The United States has done it!
As they battle against the best of the best in North America.
The confidence, the swagger.
In one of the most prestigious soccer tournaments of the year.
Go!
The CONCACAF Gold Cup, this summer on Fox and FS1.
Paramount Paving, Maine's go-to for all your paving and seal coating. Paramount Paving offers commercial and residential paving and seal coating services throughout eastern and central Maine. Give us a call for a free estimate today. Paramount Paving. When it comes to paving, we are Paramount.
Tonight's Sports is brought to you by Engstrom's Auto Service in Guilford. We specialize in all foreign and domestic service and alignments.
Welcome back in, everyone. Thank you for staying with us. Let's start with the big game. Celtics facing elimination on Thursday on the road in Philly, trying to force a Game 7. Starting in the third, Celtics up 8. Jason Tatum, watch this, putting the moves on Tobias Harris. He is going to get to the bucket. Slow start for Tatum, though, but that puts the C's up 10. Sixers would fire back, though. James Harden is going to poke this ball loose from Malcolm Brogdon. Tyrese Maxey gets it, gets ahead, and gets the 2 to put them up 1. Sees down 1 still now. Later on, Marcus Smart in transition out to Malcolm Brogdon. He's going to bury the triple. That puts the Celtics up 2. And then in the fourth, this man would come alive. Jason Tatum is going to get it here and puts the work on the MVP, Joel Embiid, right on the elbow. Step back 3. That falls 16 in the fourth for Tatum. Celtics go on to win 95-86. They're headed back home for Game 7. That is on Sunday. The time is still to be determined. Now let's head to the tennis courts at Hamden Academy, where in next weekend's state singles tennis tournament, 4 Broncos have qualified, and 3 of them share the same last name. Ryan Sudol has the story.
We've played together for years now, and for both me to succeed and then also for my sibling to succeed at the same time, it's really cool.
By raw numbers, the Castruccis at Hamden Academy have the odds on their side at the state tennis singles tournament. Twin sisters Zoe, Tessa, and their brother Finn each qualified.
My sisters have been playing as long as I have, so they've really gotten the chance to hone their skills, and they're doing really well right now.
Finn, a senior, and Zoe, a sophomore, already have experience at state. But Tessa joins the fray this year as she has made huge leaps.
I hadn't really played many real matches before high school, so last year was more getting used to it, but this year I was more prepared in what it was going to be like.
Now, along with junior Harrison Withy, there are 4 Broncos heading to the tourney. Speaking of 4s, the Castrucci's older sibling Liam is the one who gave them the bug.
And he started in around 7th or 8th grade, and so we started playing, Finn started playing at around the same time.
We had played like in our driveway together, and we did like random drills that we had made up together, so I was really excited to be able to start actually playing.
And play they have, all the way to states in their final go as a trio with Finn graduating. While the goal is to come out on top, they're just reveling in the opportunity, as they always have.
Win or lose, it's important to value the family aspect of that, and it's always fun to compete with each other and see how well we do and help each other out.
It'll be sad because we won't all 3 be together. A lot of our matches this year, the boys and girls have been together, so we've been able to see each other play.
I'm excited to see him achieve his goals and whatnot, and I'm just excited to be able to play together one last time.
In Hamden, I'm Ryan Sudol, ABC 7, Fox 22 Sports.
Thanks for that, Ryan. Wishing them luck. That all starts next weekend. Let's go to some softball now. The University of Maine in action in Day 2 of the America East Tournament, looking to survive and advance. Black Bears trying to pull off the win against the 4-seeded UMass Lowell. We're going to pick this up in the 4th. No score. Runner on 3rd for Krista Francia. And the Black Bears shortstop is going to single up the middle. That brings in the first run of the ball game, and the main bench is pumped. Bottom of the frame we go now. Francia flashing the leather on defense. Look at this over-the-shoulder play from her, making it look easy. Next inning we go. Riverhawks with a runner on and 1 down. Hard grounder to Francia. She's going to flip over to second. That goes over to first. Inning-ending double play. Nice stretch right there. To the 6th inning now. 2 down. Runner on first again. Look at the throw from catcher Imi Gee. Nabs the runner to end the frame. So Maine just 1 out away from moving on here, and Kat Fallon slams the door shut. She throws a complete game shutout. Black Bears win 1-0. They're moving on to Friday at 1:30. Staying with some softball here. Herman Hawks visiting the John Baptist Crusaders for some Class B North action. Top of the first, Emma Lowell on the bump. She goes with the high cheese. That gets Delaney Carr swinging. Later in the inning, Lindsay Reed up to bat with 2 runners on. She lines this one into the outfield through the hole at second. Both runs are going to come around to score. Reed is safe at second on the play. Next batter, Mikkel Verrill, and the pitcher is going to help her own cause by knocking Reed in from second. That puts Herman up 3-0, and Verrill would take second second on the play, and she would also take care on the mound. Gets Grace Martin down on strikes. Hawks win this one. 7-2 is the final. And lastly, let's talk some football. The NFL schedule released Thursday at 8 p.m. The Patriots have some interesting matchups, but that wasn't the big news of the day out of Foxborough. In their opening night game against the Philadelphia Eagles, the Patriots announced they will be honoring the GOAT, number 12, Tom Brady, welcoming him back to New England and calling it the Thank You Tom game. I'd imagine they may retire the jersey or something along those lines, but Sunday, September 10th, mark your calendars, at 4:25, Brady will be back in New England as the team honors him for his Hall of Fame career. And now let's get to that schedule. Tough 3-week stretch to open the season with the defending NFC champs, then the Dolphins, and then Aaron Rodgers and the Jets. The Raiders after that, and then they're back in division with Buffalo and Miami, out to Germany for the Colts after that. And then you also have the Commanders on the schedule, Chargers and Steelers after the bye, the Chiefs on Monday Night Football, followed by the Broncos in prime time, Bills and Jets to close out the year. And I'm looking forward to all the football. That's all the time we have for sports. Be right back after the break.
At Hood, our love for New England inspired New England Creamery. We make it with premium Hood milk and cream, then we overload it with the good stuff. Like Green Mountain Mint chip with a rich fudgy swirl. Maine Sweet Blueberry with real delicious blueberries. And Cape Cod Fudge Shop, packed with fudgy truffles. Hood's New England Creamery. From Hood, for New England. Try all 13 flavors.
At Hashi's Auto Enhancing, our focus is on the appearance, longevity, and value of your vehicle. Does your undercarriage look like this? You can go from this to this. And if you have a new vehicle, you can avoid this. Our annual undercoating service will add years of life to your vehicle. At Hashi's, we also do rhino linings. We can rhino rocker panels, bumpers, trailers, side-by-sides, and more. We take pride in making your ride shine inside and out. Book one of our detailing packages.
Bring your ride to us to protect your investment.
These days you can buy a new mattress anywhere. However, getting the right mattress at the right price will keep you up at night. When you're ready for a new mattress, come to Dorsey's. We've delivered more mattresses to this area than any other retailer. With over 48 years of experience, the largest in-stock selection, plus our 30-night sleep guarantee, we've got the right mattress for you at a great price. Dorsey Furniture, Route 1A, Holden. Sleep well, my friends.
Hi, I'm Nick, and I'm one of the heat pump consultants at Dave's World. We are Maine's leader in heat pump installations because we have an awesome team that is dedicated to an awesome experience, and we are backed by Mitsubishi products. It's easy to promise awesome, but it is another thing to deliver on awesome. There are so many solutions for every home. The goal is to solve problems and find what's right for the customer. You have heating and cooling problems, we will solve them from start to finish. Dave's World, awesome.
I smoked a pack a day for 45 years. When my doctor suggested lung cancer screening, I wasn't sure I wanted to know the results.
If you're age 55 or older and smoke now or smoked heavily in the past, ask your provider if lung cancer screening is right for you.
When my first screening came up clear, what a relief.
A new test can find it earlier when treatment is more successful.
I quit smoking a few years ago, but I plan on being screened every year.
This is the USFL, Drivers USDA Prime Time Football.
A first look at an Arnold Schwarzenegger docuseries and a look at new musical honors. Fox's Ashley Dvorkin has all of that and more in today's Hollywood Nation.
I got an idea. It's a spicy chip. It's going to change everything.
A hot first look, musical honors, and animal control comedy ensues in the Hollywood Nation.
Should I be concerned?
They are violent.
Fox is welcoming back more of the wild workplace comedy Animal Control. The Joel McHale-led series was renewed for a second season. The show launched as the network's most streamed scripted debut ever and most watched comedy series this season to date. At the 2023 BMI Pop Awards, Khalid was honored with the BMI Champion Award for his musical contributions and efforts supporting today's youth and next generation of songwriters.
Let me be your woman.
BMI's Pop Songwriter of the Year award went to Doja Cat.
Screaming.
Arnold stars in today's First Looks. Netflix's 3-part documentary series about Arnold Schwarzenegger covers his personal life and career, including his journey from bodybuilder to Hollywood star to California governor. It premieres June 7th.
Frito-Lay isn't getting enough orders to keep the factory open.
A trailer was also released for Flamin' Hot about Richard Montañez, the former Frito-Lay janitor who claims to have created Flamin' Hot Cheetos. The film is directed by Eva Longoria and streams on Hulu and Disney Plus June 9th.
Burns good or burns bad? It burns good.
In Hollywood, Ashley Dvorkin, Fox News.
Sea lions become avid gamers with naval training. Meet Spike. He's one of the Navy's more than 120 marine animals in their marine mammal program. Spike is especially important because he's top in his class, finishing the full training program first, despite starting later than the other sea lions. The sea lions and dolphins in the marine mammal program are trained in various tasks to help with reconnaissance and recovery tasks.
Well, a Florida crew robot found an unexpected guest in one of the city's sewers. A work crew in Oviedo, Florida, discovered a 5-foot gator residing in a sludge-filled pipe. According to other reports, a public works team had dispatched a robot with a camera to get to the root of why a cluster of craters kept appearing on the road above. Crews say they initially thought the underdweller was a toad. Yeah, don't think so. Until they saw the eyes. The video shows the camera approaching a pair of what appear to be shining lights at the end of the tunnel. Oh, that's no shining light. That's a gator. Yep, there he is. It ends with the robot getting stuck in an indentation, and Al disappears back into his subterranean lair. A little cramped in there. You'd think he'd want to find a way out, but probably can't find his way out.
Seriously. And you know what? It's funny that they thought it was a toad because just looking at the video, it kind of looks like
maybe
one
maybe from the curve of the eyes, but it didn't take long to figure out that's not what that was.
Yeah,
Thankfully, that was a robot, not a person.
Seriously.
Yikes.
I think they made the right call there.
That is not a face-to-face that you want to have.
No, it is not.
Alrighty, well, that is going to do it for us, folks. From everybody here at Fox 22, take care and have a great night.
Good night, everyone.